For this recipe, you're going to need a foil tray that measures 45 centimeters by 34 centimeters and about 6 to 7 centimeters deep. So I'll put the measurements on the screen for you. So this is what you need first of all. So you're going to grease one of those. Just got some, you can grease it with butter, vegan butter or oil, whichever you have. So grease that and then set that aside. For the dried ingredients, you're going to need 800 grams of self-raising flour, 400 grams of caster sugar, and 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Stir all of those together until they're combined. So you want to make sure they're distributed evenly throughout the mixture. Put that to one side. For the wet ingredients, you're going to need 800 mils of almond milk, and 320 mils of vegetable oil, or you can also use sunflower oil, and 4 tablespoons of vanilla extract. That's 4 tablespoons of vanilla extract, which I've already put into the oil. So what you're going to do now is put the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. So we pour in the oil, doesn't matter which order. You pour in the oil that has the vanilla mixed into it already. And then you add the almond milk. You can use any non-dairy milk, but today I'm using almond milk. So then you give this a good stir. You don't want to over mix it, just until it's combined and there's no dry pockets of flour. So my bowl is slightly smaller than it needs to be, so I'm just going to be careful when mixing. So make sure you dig right down to the bottom as well, so that there's no dry pockets at the bottom. So I'm just scraping my spatula along the sides of the bowl as I'm moving the bowl around, and then do the same around the sides at the top, and then give it a good stir. But remember not to over mix it. We're just looking for no dry pockets of flour, and then we're ready to go. So this is very quick to make. Takes no time at all. Alright, so there's a pocket there, we need just to get rid of that, and then I think we're more or less done. So just check there are no pockets of flour. Yep, I think that's now done. So now we're going to put this into the foil tray that we've already prepared. So now just level it off a bit, and then you're going to drop it onto the surface to make sure there's no air bubbles. And then we'll pop this into the oven for 30 to 35 minutes, or until a toothpick paste in the middle comes out clean. So the cake is now done. I've removed it from the oven, and as you can see now it's golden brown. And I'll just show you when you place a cake tester or skewer or toothpick in the middle, it comes out clean. See, there's no mixture coming out. So there you go. That's it. So we'll allow this to cool and then we will put on the icing. For the icing, we're going to need 400 grams of icing sugar. Just weigh that out now. So 400 grams. And then 6 to 8 tablespoons of milk. So I've got some almond milk here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we might need one more. So we're going to give that a stir. So we're going to put this icing on the top, and then we've got some sprinkles for a splash of colour to go on the top as well. So I left the cake to cool for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Make sure it's completely cold before I ice it, because if you ice it obviously when it's warm, the icing will melt, which is not what we want. So once I've iced it, I will put it in the fridge until I need it. Right, this is coming along nicely. You don't want any lumps, so you give it a good stir. Right, and that's our icing. So to make sure the icing isn't lumpy, you should really sift it first, which I didn't do, but you just keep mixing it until all the lumps have gone, and then that's it, we'll have smooth icing. So now we're going to pour the icing all over the cake and smooth it out. So I usually pour it into the middle and then smooth it out to the edges. So just sprinkle them onto the cake. And that is our sheet cake. Now let's cut a slice.